Subscribe this channel, hit the bell icon. Hello all my dear students, it's Hseb Suraj once again for you to have. Today I have brought the perfect way of writing job application letter for you. I would like to present you the format of job application letter and way of writing it here in this video. I would like to request all of you to watch and listen this video related with job application letter very carefully and also copy it into your copies for your better understanding. This job application letter is quite important for all the students who are taking board examination. The job application letter which I have presented here in this video is not only important for your board examination but also for your career. You can apply this format of job application letter in your entire life while applying for a job. So please try to learn or memorize it for your future. Now presenting letter of job application important format. Important application letter for grade 10, 11 and 12. Now presenting job application letter different important parts. Number first, heading. Heading includes full address of the sender and date. Heading should be written on the left hand side at the top of your page. Now example, Tekanpur 6, Tekanpur, your place name, 6, ward number, T.S. Aryam, your municipality's name, Sindhupalchok, your district's name, Nepal, your country's name. After that, date, 10/03/2020. Or if you are asked to write XYZ in place of sender's full address, you will have to write XYZ only in place of sender's full address. After that, date 10/03/2020. In your examination, you will have to write sender's address according to the demand of the question. Second important part of job application letter is full address of the receiver. Full address of the receiver should be written just a line down from heading. It should be started from left hand side. Now example, to the dash dash dash, second line again dash dash dash, Ramnagar 5 Butwal. Next example, to the dash dash dash, second line again dash dash dash, Roger 4 Navalprasi. Here in these two examples, in the very first gap, you'll have to write name of post of particular person whom you are sending your application. In the very second gap, you'll have to write that person's institution's name. For example, to the manager, Bright Garment Industries, Ramnagar 5, Butwal. Next, to the principal, Sri Kalika Secondary School, Rajar 4, Navalprasi. The third important part of job application letter is subject of letter. The subject of the letter should be written at the middle part of your page just below receiver's address. For example, subject application for the vacant post of teacher. Next example, subject application for the vacant post of operator. The fourth important part of job application letter is the salutation or greeting. The salutation or greeting should be written on the left hand side just down the receiver's address. For example, respected sir, dear sir. The fifth important part of job application letter is the body part of the letter. The body part of the letter is quite important for all the students. That's why this part is called main part. Here in this body part, the sender has to mention his or her main region of sending application. Here in this body part, the sender has to disclose main source of vacant post. The sender even has to disclose about the submission of his or her required documents related with the vacant post. Next, the sender has to describe about his or her personality. The sender has to describe about his or her academic qualification and even experience of related field. This part even includes sender's promise towards his or her profession. Finally, there must be the description of expectation from sender's side. The sixth important part of job application letter is the subscription or closing. The subscription or closing should be written at last on left bottom side. For example, yours faithfully. The seventh important part of job application letter is the signature. The signature of the sender should be written at last on left bottom just down the subscription. For example, yours faithfully, subscription, name or XYZ signature. Now, job application letter important question for you. Question: write down a job application letter for the post of secondary level English teacher. This question is important for grade 10, 11, and 12, both for C and NEB students. Now presenting answer related with job application letter for the post of secondary level English teacher. I would like to request all of you to watch, listen, and even copy this job application letter for your better understanding. Write down your full address just on the left top of your page. Tekanpur 6, Tekanpur, your place name, 6, ward number. TSRM, your municipality's name. Sindhupalchok, your district's name. Nepal, your country's name. After that date, 20/04/2020. If you are asked to write XYZ in place of your full address, in that case you'll have to write XYZ and date 20/04/2020. Before writing your answer in your examination, you'll have to read your question quite carefully. Next, just below the heading on left hand side, you'll have to write the full address of your receiver. To the principal, Diamond Secondary School, Post Box 6463, Kathmandu. Next, you'll have to write the main subject of job application letter. The main subject should be written at the middle part of your page. The subject should be written between receiver's address and salutation. It should be in middle part. Subject: application for the post of secondary level English teacher. Next, you have to write salutation. It should be written on the left hand side just below the subject. Respected Sir. Now, body part, first paragraph. I put forward this small piece of handwritten application to your school's office, especially to apply for the vacant post of an English teacher of secondary level. I came to know about this vacant post through your school's announcement, which was published on Kantipur Daily Newspaper of 03/05/2020. I have submitted all the documents which are required to apply for this particular post along with my handwritten application. Now, body part, second paragraph. I'm an energetic, enthusiastic person of 28 years old. I'm keen interested in teaching profession. I have even 3 years experience in the related field. You can get better information about me through my curriculum vitae. I have included my referee's name and contact number there. You can get further informations about me through them. I have passed my master's degree from Tribhuvan University in good first division marks. I think that I am the right person for this post whom you are seeking. Now, ending body part. If you grant me an opportunity to work in your school, I will try my best to satisfy overall aspects, expecting for kind responses from your side. Finally, subscription and signature on the left bottom side of the page. Yours faithfully, subscription, Suraj, signature. Now presenting very important part of this video. The format of job application letter for you. I would like to request all of you to learn or memorize this format of job application letter not only for your board examination but also for your future career. The sender's full address on the left hand side at the top of your page. Aidpur 6, Aidpur, your place name, 6, ward number. MNNP, your municipality's name. Kanchanpur, your district's name. Nepal, your country's name. After that date, 04/05/2020. Just down the sender's full address, you'll have to write receiver's full address. To the dash dash dash. Next line again dash dash dash. Sundara 4, Kathmandu. In the very first gap, you'll have to write name of person's post whom you are sending your application. For example, to the manager. In the next gap, you'll have to write that person's organization's or company's name. For example, Bright Garment Industries. In subject's gap, you'll have to write an application for the post of the name of your preferred post. For example, teacher, operator, receptionist, manager, etc. Next, just down the subject on the left hand side, you'll have to write salutation as respected sir. I put forward this piece of application on your round table, especially to apply for the vacant post of dash dash dash. Here in this gap, you'll have to write the name of your preferred post. In your dash dash dash, here in this gap, you'll have to write company, school, hospital, factory, etc. I came to know about this vacant post through Kantipur Post, a daily newspaper of dash dash dash. Here in this gap, you have to write the announcement published date. I have submitted all the essential documents for this post along with this handwritten application. Now, next paragraph. I'm an energetic young man or woman of dash dash dash. Here in this gap, you'll have to write your age. I'm keen interested to work as a dash 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 in your dash dash dash. Here in this first gap, you'll have to write post name, and in second gap, you'll have to write school, company, institution, organization, factory, etc. I have dash 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 years working experience in the related field. Here in this gap, you'll have to write years of experience. I have passed my dash dash level in good dash dash division from dash dash or reputed university. Here in the first gap, you have to write your academic qualification. For example, plus 2, bachelor, or master's. In the second gap, you'll have to write your secured division. For example, first, second, or third. In the third gap, you'll have to write your school's name or college's name. If I get chance to walk in your desk, I will really try my best to satisfy you. Here in this gap, you can write company, factory, organization, institution, school, etc. Hoping for your kind response. Finally, subscription and signature at the bottom of left hand side. Yours faithfully, Suraj. Your name.